Hey Stampers, it's Barb Reed, the Wexford Stamper, coming to you on a Tuesday evening because it is the 8 days of Halloween and we are going to be doing a Facebook Live Monday through Thursday this week and the next to give you some great ideas for your Halloween treats. Hope everybody's doing well. Hello Deb and Mary and Anne and Leo. Nice that you can see and everything is coming clearly, hopefully. I'm glad Leo is an interested listener. Awesome. All right, well, we will get started here shortly. I know it is an off day, a day that I don't usually do a Facebook Live, so we'll see if any more friends jump in after we get started. All right, let's take a look at our projects for today. Before we get into that, I have finished sending out my mini catalogs. If you have ordered from me in the last year and you're not already a demonstrator, or you have requested a catalog, they should be coming shortly. I sent out some yesterday and today, so I really can't, hey Dawn, show you the inside of the catalog yet. We're not allowed, but I can certainly show you the outside, and I can show you any product that I'm using this evening. Just no on the inside. All right, so those shows should be coming to those who have asked or those who have bought from me in the last year. All right, if you were with me yesterday, we made this cute little set of Halloween projects. This is a little treat bag or goodie bag. Love making that, so much fun. Gives you lots of space to put any kind of goodies you like. And then I shared with you this coordinating card with the little wobbles on those. And I left a link on my blog post from yesterday on my blog if you are interested in finding those little wobbles on Amazon. So check over on my blog. Let me give you my blog here. It is, hi Francis, me too. I love this time of year. All right, this is my blog. It's www.thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com, and you can go there today to find the information about yesterday's projects, and by the end of the evening, I should have a blog post related to the projects today. Thank you, Cheryl. Good day. I was going to say good morning. Woo! Good evening, and April. All my buds are coming in. So great to see you all. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We'll bring in today's project. And today we're going to make this cute little monster treat box. And then we're going to make a coordinating card. So the projects are very similar in technique, but I will show you how I made those. And I use something called punch art. And if you're a paper crafter, you already know what punch art is. Punch art is using punches, circles, and different size circles and different shapes that you can just punch out the shapes and you can create different animals or different objects on your card. So we're going to do a little bit of punch art this evening. We're not going to use a lot of the stamps, but we are going to use some of the paper and just one of the sentiment stamps tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. As with all my projects, you can go over to my blog, and on the blog post, there will be a link that you can download a hard copy of all the directions for the projects today. So that is always there every time I put up a blog post. And so go and check for those if you like the hard copy of the directions rather than trying to read from your screen. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, the treat I used was the thing that really gave me my inspiration for my box. This is something I picked up at Target, and they're little bags of trail mix, and the name of the trail mix is Monster. See right there? These are right in the regular food section. These aren't special for Halloween. They have these all year round, but they call this Monster Trail Mix. So I got these and I thought, I think I'm gonna make something related to Halloween with these little treat bags. So that's what I used as my inspiration, and I hope you like how it turned out. All right, so this little bag fits right inside my box. Okay, it's kind of like a clamshell style box, and this fits in there, but of course you can put any kind of treats that you want. Hey Diana, welcome, great to see you. Hope everybody's doing well back there in PA. I know you're getting heat just as badly as we are, maybe a little worse. Sometimes I check and you guys are really much hotter than we are here. But I think we're going into the triple digits this week, so we might beat you out. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's make the box first. Okay, we're going to start with a piece of Starry Sky cardstock. I love this color. This is a great color for Halloween. That dark midnight blue sky. I just love that. So I've been using this for a lot of my projects. All right, we're going to be using this piece of cardstock that measures 8 1/4 inch by 5 1/2. Okay, let's go ahead and score on the long side first. I'm going to use my trimmer, and I'm going to use my bone folder to do the scoring. The trimmer also has this little gray slider that does the scoring. The brown does the cutting, but I just really like using my bone folder. I just got in the habit of it, and now I do it all the time. All right, let's go back to the long side. We're going to score first at 3/4. Then we're going to slide it to 3 3/4, 4 1/2, and 7 1/2. Let me put out the arm a bit and go to 7 1/2. So those are our long score lines. That's 3/4, 3 3/4, 4 1/2, 7 1/2. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it on the short side, and we're going to score at 3/4 from both ends. So I'm going to go ahead and use the scoring measurements on the right side of the channel here and go to 3/4, score. Then I'm going to turn it all the way to the other side so that the short side is at the top, and do 3/4 again. Let me check that real quick, make sure I'm getting it at the right spot. Yep, 3/4. So 3/4 from both sides. Okay, very good. That's all our scoring for this. I'm going to go ahead and grab my bone folder. I hope everybody's having a good week. I know we're just getting started here. I think my Central friends started school today, or is it tomorrow? I know it's coming up soon. They don't like to talk about it when I talk to them, but I think Central starts either today or tomorrow, but it's that time of year. All right, now I went ahead and I creased on all my score lines. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and grab my paper snips. And if you notice, you can see that this scoring has made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little 3/4 by 3/4 squares. Okay, these are going to be your tabs that are going to help put your box together. So what you're going to do is you're going to snip on the vertical score line and release all 6 of these tabs. Okay, I also recommend that you just take a little bit of a wedge out both sides So that'll swing free, and when you pull it together, there won't be a lot of overlap on the inside of the box. Okay, here's the next little tab. Okay, and I put my little wedges in there. And then there's one more. I'm going to take a little bit more of that out. Then there's one more here on the end. Okay, so I'm halfway through my cutting. I've made 1, 2, 3 of my little tabs. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Up the vertical score line to the first horizontal. Create your tab and then wedge it out a little bit. Diana, did you see Mary at the pad today? I haven't talked to her this week. I hope she's getting some crafting in this week. Okay, there we go. And there is all that we need to do to make the box. Okay, we've got our 6 tabs ready to go. Then we're just going to go ahead and grab our glue. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue, don't need a lot, on each of these 6 tabs. Okay, so we're going to start over here on this end. And I'm just going to bend that tab down and fold the side panel over it so that the edge of the side lines right up with the fold. And let's do the same thing over here. I love this Tombow. It doesn't need a lot of time. Okay, now these 2 in the center are going to be part of the bottom of the box. So we're going to fold those in, and we're going to adhere those to the same part of our treat box that we attached the first 2. So we're basically making the bottom of the box. And then the other part is going to be the part that folds down over. So it's like a clamshell box. All right, so there we go. We've got the bottom all made. Okay, now we're going to fold the top over. Going to fold the front down. We're going to fold in these little tabs and then fold down the sides. And just hold. Okay, and we're going to do the same to the other. Fold it down and then fold the side panel on top. Then we're going to just hold this for a little bit of time to make sure we get a good adhere for that. And there we go. There is our box. You can open it back up and maybe give it a couple more squeezes there along the edge. But now you have your box ready to go. I'm going to grab my pack of Monster Trail Mix. That slides right into there. And then I'm going to put my lid back over. Now I have my 1/4 inch circle punch here. You can, if you'd like, add a little thumb spot right here to your lid so that when you open your box, you have a little spot there that makes it easy to open it up. Okay, all right, very good. We have our box base finished. All right, now let's go ahead and get started on our monster face. Okay, we're gonna have 2 pieces of cardstock here, a second panel of Starry Sky, cut at 2 3/4 by 3. And then we're gonna have a white piece at 2 3/4 by 3.5. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put these 2 pieces, they're gonna be together on the front of the box. But before we glue them together, we're gonna go ahead and cut the bottom of this in a rounded manner, just like I did here. Okay, see how I rounded it to create the mouth? That's what we have to do first on either one of the short ends, and it doesn't have to be perfect curve, of course. You're just going to go ahead and take your snips and you're going to cut a curve. Now remember, this is a monster and he doesn't always have a perfectly curved mouth. Okay, so I've done that, and now I'm going to put it on top of this piece of white. Okay, I'm going to glue those on top of each other. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue on the back of this, and I'm going to go ahead and glue them together. Just layer them right on top of each other. We don't want any of the white showing around the top or the sides. Okay, now we're going to get ready to make the teeth. Okay, now this is too much white, but I always like to make it a little longer than not long enough. And then you need to decide how long you want your teeth to be as well. So I go around and make about 1/2 inch curve like that, right along the mouth. It's about 1/2 inch and follows the curve of the mouth. Okay, now for this guy, I made 5 teeth. Okay, you have to decide how many teeth you want. I went with 5, so the first thing you have to do is whatever number of teeth you have, which is mine for 5, you're going to make 1 less snip line. So I'm going to do 4 snips. All right, and you want to kind of make them about the same distance apart, but it really doesn't matter because you know a monster's teeth probably aren't perfectly spaced either. So I'm going to put 4 little snips in this white from the bottom all the way up, touching the starry sky. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring it right up here. You can see my 4 little snips. They're approximately the same distance apart from each other. Okay, now we're going to create the teeth. All right. So we're going to start on the side here, and we're going to cut off that little corner. Then we're going to go from that spot up to the top of that first snip. And that's going to create our first tooth. There it is. Okay. Then we're going to cut that corner off and go from the bottom to the next, top of the next snip. You see what I'm doing here? Okay. We're going to cut off that corner, go from the bottom of that snip up to the top of the original snips that you made before we started making the teeth. You see how they're starting to be zigzaggedy? Now you don't have to have perfect teeth. We know that not many monsters have been to the orthodontist. All right, so then we're going to cut off that little snippet corner, go from the bottom of that snip to the top of the next one. And that makes our 4th tooth. Then our final, you're just going to snip, and then you want this snip to go from here to the edge of your mouth. Like that. And there you have it. Did that make sense? There are all his teeth right there. Really easy to make. Give me a thumbs up or a heart if that makes sense with the teeth. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our box now. All right, we're going to turn over our panel that we just were working on, and we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. This is a large panel, so I'm going to go ahead and use 4 different four dimensionals. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to center it on the top and sides of the box. Okay, and then you'll see that his teeth are along the bottom there. Okay, hope that's making sense. All right, now let's go ahead and work on some of the facial features. Okay, for this, I'm going to be using a 1 3/8 inch circle punch and a 3/4 inch circle punch. Now, neither of these are available with Stampin' Up! Any longer, but I just love these circles. I use them so much for punch art, and I know you could probably find them on Amazon or in one of your local craft stores. These are indispensable. All right, let's go ahead and make the eyes first. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and use the 3/4 inch, and I'm gonna cut out 2 of these circles in the parakeet party because I want my monster to have some pretty rad eyeballs. All right, then I'm going to take, I forgot about to show you this one. This is a 1/2 inch circle punch. And I'm gonna cut out 2 in the black for the pupils. Okay, this is the best time to use your pick tool, the putty end with these tiny little pieces. It's great for using with punch art. I'm gonna put a little dot of glue at the bottom of each of those larger circles, and then I'm just going to place the black dot on each eye. Now, I don't go all the way to the bottom. I try to leave a little bit of the parakeet party under the eyeball. Okay? Now, to make them look a little more alive, here, I'm going to show them to you now and show you the difference. Here are, okay, the eyes for the monster. Okay, they kind of look a little flat. So what I found, a great recommendation years ago, is I use a white gel pen and I make a little curved line to the side of the eye that follows kind of the curve of the eye, and that gives a little bit of a sense of reflection, and it makes the eye look a little more three-dimensional. Doesn't that give it more life? Oh, Leo! I am just not exciting enough for a dog. I'm sorry, Anne. I'll try and make it better next time. Maybe we'll make something with dog biscuits. All right, so there we have that. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that same size that I used for the eyes and make a small nose. Then I'm going to take the larger one, the 1 3/8 inch circle, like that, and I'm going to cut it in half for the eyelids. So just kind of eyeball it and cut it in half. And here, if you notice here on my box, you can see his eyelids. Okay, there they are. Okay, let's go ahead and get this guy together. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our glue again. I'm just gonna put a little glue right here on my box. Then I don't get it on my fingers. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my eyes. To the box. All right, then I'm gonna grab another dimensional, and this is going to be his nose. Pop up his nose right there. Okay, and then lastly, we're gonna have 2 dimensionals on the eyelids. And that's how fast you can put together that little monster face using punch art. So cute. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put his little eyelids that they're overlapping a little bit of his eye, but not too much. And there you have it. There he is. They look like brothers. Okay, I think they both need to go to the orthodontist, but so there is the box. Now let's go ahead and quickly make the card. It's all the same techniques, but for this one, I used a little bit of the Designer Series paper that was with the Them Bones suite that I've been using. I'm going to take a piece of Starry Night cardstock for the card base. Okay, now I'm going to use this paper. I thought this was so adorable. It looks like corduroy. See that? It has like a texture look to it. It makes it look like corduroy, and I thought, oh, that's so cute. It's a little corduroy monster. So I thought, this is gonna work. This is gonna be great. So I'm gonna go ahead, let's put this down on here. This is our base piece right there. That's 4 by 5 1/4. All right, now we have our second piece here. Remember, this is gonna go right here, but before we put it there, we're gonna take a piece of white. This is 4 by 3 1/2. This is 4 by 4 1/2. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do like we did for our box and just put that right on top. But first, I'm gonna need to take my snips and make my rounded mouth. All right, I'm gonna try to make this guy smile a little bit. Let's see if I can do a little better with that. Okay, here we go. Up and around. There, that's a little more smiley maybe. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and take my glue, put it on the back of that panel we just cut, and then just lay it on top of the white. Okay, now those are some long teeth. We don't need to have teeth quite that long, so I'm gonna go back, and with my snips, I'm gonna cut about 1/2 inch, following the curve of his mouth. Okay, and these are going to be the teeth. All right, let's make 5 teeth again. So I'm going to need to make the 4 snips. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the snips. Now let's go ahead and make the teeth. Remember, first we cut off the edge up to the top of the mouth, and then we take that spot and we cut to the top of the original snips. Okay, let's do that again. Snip, snip. Now if you only need 3 teeth, you don't need as many snips. If you'd rather have square teeth, which I did kind of there, you can leave a little bit of, let's see, like you could do this, cut like that, and then you could have like a tooth that has a square bottom. Okay, but that's up to you. Okay, I kind of like the gnarly pointed teeth. That's kind of what I think of when I think of a monster. Okay, and then the final tooth here on the end, we're going to go from that point right to the edge like that. Now that is a bit of a smiley mouth, so let's go ahead and put him on right here with dimensionals. So if you notice, it's the same process as with the box. Okay. Put 6 dimensionals on there. That's a very large panel. And then we'll go ahead and take off all those backings. Get out this guy works so good. I don't use them all the time. There we go. And we'll put it right on top. Top and sides are gonna go flush with the last layer. And there you have your cute little teeth. Now he looks like he's smiling a bit. This guy looks a little worried. All right, let's quickly go ahead and make our other pieces. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make the eyes. Okay, we're going to need 2 of the 3/4 inch and 1 of the 3/4 inch in the starry sky. Now I'm going to show you a difference here. The first card I made, I used the DSP for the nose and the eyelids. And this time I'm going to use the cardstock. You tell me which one you like better. All right, the last things I need to punch are the little pupils. This is with the 1/4 inch circle. All right, let's go ahead and get these together. Let's see which ones we like better. Okay, a little bit of glue there. Grab my pick tool and let's place those pupils like that. Get my pen. Make those little curves to create the eyes. And then lastly, we're going to take the larger 1 3/8 inch circle, cut it in half for the eyelids. All right, let's bring in our monster here. First, we're going to go ahead and put on the eyes again. I'm going to pick those 2 spots for the eyes. Pick them up. Have some goofy eyes. How about we have him looking a little cross-eyed? All right, and then we're going to need 3 dimensionals, 1 for the nose and 2 for the eyelids. Okay, let's go ahead and put these on. Let's put on our nose first. He'll go right there. Oh, that's so cute. And then our eyelids. So you can decide which you like better. Do you like the consistency of using the Designer Series paper on this one, or do you like having it stand out a little better? It's really up to you. It's looking a little Muppety, doesn't he? All right, last thing we need to do, just a tiny bit of stamping. We're going to take a scrap of basic white. We're going to grab our sentiment and our starry sky ink. And we're going to go ahead and stamp right on this scrap. Let me try that again. I just stamping upside down and I didn't really get it. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's close that up. We're going to grab that 1 3/8 and punch him out. You could always probably put it on like a rectangular one as well. And then we will put our Boo to You right on the front of our card. Oh, isn't that cute? So there you have it. There. Whoops, he's got a dimensional back on him. So there is our monster card. So this guy looks a little smilier than this one. Hey, Rhonda, welcome. We're making some monster punch art tonight. So this is our card. And then these are our little goodie boxes for day 2 of 8 days of Halloween. So I hope you liked tonight's project. Remember that you can get the downloadable PDF right on my blog this evening if you're interested for sizes and product names. And come back and tune in again tomorrow, which is my normal day, at 7 for day number 3 of my 8 days of Halloween. So thanks for joining me, and I hope to see all of you tomorrow again. Take care. Bye-bye now.